Good afternoon, Marissa. How are you today?
I am well in yourself.
Very good. Thank you so much for asking. It's been a pleasure speaking with you thus far. I understand that you've had some pretty great jobs here. So you worked with Advent, you worked with the United States Postal Service, some other medical facilities. You've also worked some successful assignments here with us at Ronstadt with very positive feedback from our clients. So thank you for that. So right now, I'd love to hear a little bit about your experience. I see reception. It looks like you did some medical records work, patient care coordinator. So tell me a little bit about your experience.
With the medical records and patient registration, basically dealing with the patients or with admin health, it was for the employees within the employee health clinic. If the patients were requesting to retrieve their medical records of any services that were rendered during their employee health visit, or they needed them for their own personal physician requests. I would go ahead and retrieve those records, or if the physician themselves were sending in a medical records release, or sometimes we have like a law office that may be requesting those records. I would retrieve those records based on the release that we received, as well as scanning and documents from the patients. Rather, I would say in the employee health clinic with new hires, they would be bringing in like their government IDs, as far as like their I-9 documents, any medical forms that were required upon their onboarding, whether it's their immunization records, things of that nature, any for the medical clinical staff, if it's the physicians, their medical license, things
Okay.
of that nature. I would scan those into the system during their onboarding process.
Okay, great. And as far as the skill set that that you feel that you possess, tell me about your strongest strength. Stronger, I don't know if that even makes sense. Your biggest strength.
My biggest strength is I am detail oriented. I am very I'm very well organized, but I'm like detail oriented. It's like I think sometimes I'm too detail oriented.
Okay. So
Um,
give me an example of at work when you are
Documentation.
okay. Tell me about
I
that.
would say for documentation, I am very well with documenting. Sometimes I've been told in the past, you don't have to document as much, but I try to always just make sure I'm crossing my T's and dotting my I's. So for me, I think that plays a major factor in one of um, in my roles, whether
Okay.
it's in the medical field or if it's in customer service. It's just the details are very important. Just being organized, being a team player. I
Yes,
think that's
absolutely. Couldn't agree more. So your ideal work location, like tell me a little bit about what that office looks like. I don't mean like I shouldn't have said location, but like your ideal work culture. Tell me a little bit about what that looks like.
okay. As far as um,
Like, do you like a big office, corporate? Do you prefer more of like a mom and pop location?
versatile, I'm versatile. I haven't worked at the corporate level. More so like within the medical offices. In the past, I worked like years ago. I worked with like Wachovia Wealth Management Group. That was before it was Wells Fargo, and I
Okay.
worked in there like invest with their investment bankers, but it was more as a receptionist.
Okay.
And that was actually with Ronstadt years ago when I lived in Miami.
Mhm. Okay,
So
great.
I'm pretty versatile as far as the corporate side. I don't have any direct hands on.
Okay, well, Advent was a corporate type job. It was a corporate company.
Well, yes. Well, as far
Yeah.
as like yeah, because I would also assist as a backup receptionist to the HR onboarding staff.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a super important job. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop this portion of the interview. This is just a little clip just to hear
Okay.
about your experience, but don't go anywhere because we have a few more things to talk about. Just a
Okay,
sec.
perfect.